Hey everybody, Paul Carson here with Philadelphia Mortgage Brokers. I've been getting this question a lot recently of what is happening with mortgage interest rates and inflation and what's are rates going to go up, down, sideways, what's next? Just want to geek out a little bit about inflation. Typically, as inflation rises, it causes mortgage rates to move higher with it. Long story short, inflation is the arch enemy of interest rates since it erodes the buying power of a fixed return that a mortgage holder can receive. What does that all mean? Essentially, the value of a dollar is worth less today than it was yesterday. Essentially, inflation is the increased cost of goods and services. So right now, inflation looks relatively tame when you take a look at it. A normal way to look at it is CPI, Consumer Price Index, which is core inflation. Right now, taking a look at that, it is 1.3%, which is a relatively lame reading. That is for the past 12 months as a rolling average. This low reading for inflation has caused rates to remain relatively low. In the coming months, though, it is expected that inflation levels are going to increase significantly, and it's expected that the very low numbers we've seen for inflation for 2020 are going to be further and further in the rearview mirror. So expectations from our friends at MBS Highway, Barry Habib and his team, they are expecting inflation to rise to a level of about 2.5%. If we do see this in the coming months and in the next year or so, likely interest rates will rise in lockstep with inflation going up. It's impossible to predict what's going to happen in the future, but it's a very good likelihood that inflation will catch up with us at some point. So the good news is that inflation is low now, and you can still take advantage of the opportunity to lock into extremely low interest rates right now before inflation comes down the pike. So if you have any questions about your scenario or how inflation affects mortgage rates, reach out to us at phillymb.com. Happy to connect. Thanks. Take care.